The desk was stripped. No laptop, no family photo, nothing but a dustless rectangle where the nameplate used to be.
They wiped her out overnight. HR didn't say a word. She's just gone.
Gone? Reina never missed a deadline, let alone vanished. What do you mean, gone? She was here yesterday.
Fired, man. That's what I heard. But nobody knows why.
Fired. The word hit Sota like a cold draft. Reina Tachibana, the one person he trusted, erased overnight. He walked straight to HR, each step heavier, the silence around her desk screaming.
I can't comment on personnel matters. Reina Tachibana is no longer with the company.
No longer with the company? That's all they'll say? Something is deeply wrong.
But the hollow in his chest said what HR wouldn't. Reina hadn't just left. She had been erased, and no one would tell him why. That evening, Sota dialed Reina's number again. The same cold recording. This number is no longer in service.
Disconnected. Social media profiles deleted. She's been wiped from everywhere.
A memory rose, unbidden, the night 3 months ago. Rain hammering the office windows. He had been packing up, exhausted, while Reina worked alone at her desk, monitor glow on her face.
Reina, I am heading out. Can you submit the Takahashi report? Everything's ready.
Go home, Sota. I'll take care of it. Don't worry.
Back in the present, the memory curdled into something cold. He had trusted her completely.
But then why was she fired? What happened to that report after I left? The timing is too strange. I have to find out the truth.
A question burrowed into his mind and would not leave. Was her disappearance his fault? Months passed, but the question festered quietly. Then, on a rainy afternoon, across town, Sota saw a familiar silhouette through a bakery window.
That can't be. Reina, in a bakery apron?
His feet carried him inside before his mind could object.
Sota? What are you doing here?
I was just passing by. You work here now?
It's a change of pace. How have you been?
I am okay. But why did you leave the company so suddenly? I never got a chance to ask.
Things just didn't work out. I'd rather not talk about it.
She's hiding something. This isn't the Reina I knew. She's like a closed door.
He left with a pastry he didn't taste, and a resolve that finally had a shape. He would dig until he found the truth. The next morning, Sota returned to HR, his questions honed to a blade. He wouldn't settle for silence.
I need to know why Reina Tachibana was fired. Don't give me confidentiality again.
Mr. Ito, personnel files are sealed. I cannot discuss terminations.
Sealed. Of course. They're hiding something. I can feel it.
As he turned away, a fragment of conversation drifted from two passing auditors. The audit team needs access to the old project archives.
Audit. If I get on that team, I can access the Takahashi report files.
By afternoon, he was in the chief auditor's office, offering to work late and unpaid to help with the digital records.
I can handle the digital archives. I am familiar with those projects.
That evening, in the silent storage wing, Sota logged into the financial year's project directory. Password accepted. His hand trembled on the mouse. Inside this database lay the answer, whether he was ready for it or not. He dove into the archives, each subfolder a step back in time, until he found it, Takahashi Report Final.
There. The file from that night. The rain. The empty office. I remember.
The internal logs painted a different picture. A critical data entry error, flagged red, timestamped 9:42 p.m.
An error. But the report was perfect when I handed it over. Wasn't it?
He checked the activity log. That timestamp, still his logged session. He had been packing up, not proofreading.
I was already out the door. Did I make a mistake and never even notice?
In his mind, the rain-streaked window that night, his voice casual, her smile faint. He had trusted her completely.
I asked her to submit. She said, "Don't worry." But what if the error was already there? My error.
The pieces snapped into a brutal shape. The login, the error, his departure, all roads led back to him. He closed the file, but the question remained, heavier than the silence. Had he been the one who destroyed her, but compulsion drove him onward? He searched for the final submitted copy, the version that cost the company its client.
There. The signed report. Reina's name on the cover page.
The signature was hers, elegant and deliberate. Beneath it, the fatal error, uncorrected.
She signed off on my mistake. She must have noticed. Why would she let it go?
Numb, he opened the HR termination file. Reason for dismissal, gross negligence, client loss. The dates aligned perfectly. The report ID a mirror. Reina Tachibana had taken the blame.
She wasn't just fired. She was marked incompetent for a mistake I made.
He reopened his own activity log, the keystrokes that entered the error, his session, his hands.
It's all my fault. Every single thing she lost. Because I was careless.
In the silent office, Sota Ito finally let the truth crash over him and shattered. The next morning, Sota marched into HR with purpose. No more polite requests. He wanted the full termination file.
I know about the Takahashi report error. Why didn't anyone verify the login timestamp?
Miss Tachibana accepted full responsibility. The matter was closed. Per hair signed statement.
She said she accepted responsibility, but the error wasn't hers. She knew it was mine. She didn't just let me go free. She built a wall around me so no one would ever look.
Guilt became a living thing inside his chest, but so did something else. A fierce need to set the record straight.
I have to find her. I'll tell her I know, and I'll make this right. Publicly if I have to.
He copied the evidence onto a flash drive and kept it close, a weapon against his own cowardice.
I'll find her tonight. No more secrets. She deserves the truth, and so do I.
But the truth he sought was not the one he expected, and what Reina would tell him would change everything. Sota tracked her address through a former coworker. He waited outside a modest apartment building until dusk, then followed her bus. She didn't go home. She walked straight into the city hospital, a visitor badge already in hand.
A hospital? Not for her. She's not sick. Who is she visiting?
An hour later, she emerged, face drawn. In the pharmacy next door, she picked up a heavy bag of prescription medications. He glimpsed the receipt as it slipped from her hand, an amount that made his stomach twist.
That's not a one-time cost. That's monthly. How is she affording this on a bakery salary?
The answer came silently. A long-term patient room on the 4th floor where Reina sat holding an older woman's hand.
Her mother. All this time, she's been carrying this alone.
And then the numbers clicked. The severance, the timing. She hadn't sacrificed herself. She had made a trade.
The firing gave her a payout. My mistake became the excuse she needed. She used me, or maybe she saved us both.
Back in his apartment, Sota sat at his desk and searched each medication name from memory. The receipt's numbers burned into his mind. The monthly cost of one injection alone was more than half her bakery salary, and she needed 3. He pictured her cramped apartment, the family altar, the corner where medical bills must stack up unopened. He found a severance estimator online and fed in her former salary, years of service, and the gross negligence dismissal code. The resulting payout was almost exactly the 6-month treatment cost, and her mother had been hospitalized exactly 6 months.
She didn't just take the fall, she calculated it. She knew the severance clause would activate.
The folder of evidence on his desk felt like a bomb. If he exposed the truth, the company could demand repayment.
If I clear her name, the money vanishes. Her mother loses treatment. I'd be trading one guilt for another.
He couldn't make that choice alone. He needed to hear it from her. Every cold, pragmatic reason.
Tomorrow, I'll go to the bakery and lay it all out. She will tell me the truth.
The next evening, Sota stood outside the bakery until the last customer left, and the neon sign flickered off. He pushed the door open, the bell silent in the after-hours quiet. Reina looked up, wiping the counter, her expression guarded.
Sota, We're closed for the night. Is something wrong?
We need to talk, not as former colleagues, as two people who have been lying to each other.
He set the printed report on the counter between them, the error highlighted, her signature stark at the bottom.
Where did you get that?
The company archives. I know the error was mine, and I know you signed off to take the blame.
He knows. After all this time, he knows.
For a long moment, no one spoke. The hum of the refrigerator was the only sound. Then Reina lifted her gaze, and the mask fell. Not guilt, something colder, sharper, calculation.
You want the truth? Fine. I knew the error was yours when I signed the report.
Then why? Why would you destroy your career for my mistake?
Because I was leaving anyway. My mother needed full-time care.
She remembered the moment she decided. If she resigned, no severance. Fired for negligence, the payout would save her mother.
If I resigned, I got nothing. Fired for cause. The severance covered 6 months of her treatment.
She calculated everything. My mistake was just the instrument.
Her mother's face in the hospital bed, a stack of medical bills. Reina had chosen a path of cold survival.
I let you believe you were blameless because you would have tried to stop me out of guilt.
So I was her excuse. Not a partner, a tool.
In that cold bakery, Sota finally understood. Her sacrifice was never about him. It was a transaction, and he had been the currency.
That night, I saw the error. A single decimal. I could have fixed it, and no one would have known, but I needed the severance. You needed your career. It was the most logical outcome.
In his mind, he saw her alone at the office that rainy night, her hand hesitating over the keyboard, then signing, choosing.
You used me. All this time, you let me believe it was just some tragic accident.
I used myself. My reputation, my position, they were the price. You were just the spark that lit the fuse.
The air between them grew thick, charged with years of unspoken gratitude and betrayal.
And if I had wanted to take responsibility, if I had chosen to stand up and lose everything,
Then my mother would be dead, and we would both be unemployed, with nothing but our principles.
she's right, and I hate it. Every choice I would have made would have ruined everything.
She had stolen his guilt and weaponized it for a reason he couldn't argue against. That was the sharpest cut of all.
I'll go to HR tomorrow. I'll tell them everything. It was my error.
And what do you think happens then? The severance wasn't a gift. It's a contract.
Her voice cut like a scalpel. Admitting fraud voids the agreement. The company can demand repayment with interest.
My mother's treatment stops. I could face legal action. Is that what you want?
Then, there has to be another way. I can't just do nothing.
Doing nothing is the only thing you can do for me now. Don't make my sacrifice meaningless.
He wanted to scream, to fight, but every path led back to her mother's hospital bed.
If I expose the truth, I destroy her again. If I stay silent, I am a coward. Either way, I lose.
The weight of it pressed down on him, a choice that wasn't a choice at all.
Let it go, Sota. I made my choice. Now you have to live with yours.
He left the bakery without another word, the door swinging shut on that cold, calculated truth.
She traded her name, her future, all while I sat in that office, oblivious.
He walked until his legs ached, the city blurring past. By dawn, the anger had cooled into something harder, resolve.
I can't clear her name, but I can make sure the right people remember it.
The next day, he started reaching out. Former clients, vendors, anyone who had praised Reina's sharp eye.
Reina Tachibana, she's the most competent manager I've ever worked with. It's a shame what happened. A whisper here, a recommendation there. No grand confession, just quiet, persistent truth.
Each word was a brick in a wall of reputation he would build for her, brick by silent brick.
This is the only repayment she'll never refuse, because she won't know it's coming.
The guilt didn't vanish, but it found a channel. Sota had chosen his debt, and he would pay it in full, no matter how long it took. The first lunch was a calculated risk. A former client who once called Reina the sharpest mind she'd ever managed.
Reina Tachibana? She was the best analyst we had. It's tragic how it ended.
The unseen client's posture shifted, a flicker of old respect reigniting.
Don't push. Let the doubt linger.
That night, he drafted another email, praising her calm under pressure and her exacting reports. Sent emails piled up, read receipts accumulating. No replies, just silence. Then his phone buzzed. A former vendor's voice was careful. There's more to her story, isn't there?
I can't give details, but I'd trust her with my career without a second thought. Every word feels like a betrayal of her wishes, but this is the only way.
By month's end, a few contacts were asking if she might consider returning. The wall was cracking, but Reina could never know why. The months blurred past, in a rhythm of network dinners and carefully worded emails. A year became 18 months. At a crowded industry conference, a familiar name spoken nearby made him freeze mid-step. An executive's voice, confident and casual. We should poach someone like Reina Tachibana. She was wasted at that old firm.
They remember her skill, not the scandal. My campaign is finally taking hold.
He turned, schooling his face into neutral interest, and caught the man's gaze.
Reina Tachibana? She's the most precise strategist I've ever worked with. Any team would be fortunate to have her.
The executive nodded, intrigued. Sota excused himself before questions could dig deeper.
A planted seed needs silence to root. I've said enough.
That night, another anonymous recommendation slipped into a stranger's inbox. Her name was becoming a quiet legend, resurrected by the one person who owed her everything. A discreet tip from a former ally, Vega Corp, an ambitious rival, was quietly scouting for a new operations director.
This is it. The chance I've been building for 2 years.
He spent 3 nights compiling a portfolio, her most brilliant analyses, quantifiable results, and glowing testimonials from the people he had carefully cultivated.
Every metric, every success story, all the proof they need. She isn't a risk, she's an asset.
He contacted a trusted intermediary, a headhunter who owed him a discreet favor, and handed over the package.
Submit it anonymously. She must never know it came from me.
The email was sent at midnight. The subject line read, Director Candidate, Exceptional Track Record.
And now, I wait. After 2 years, it all comes down to strangers in a boardroom.
The next days were agony. Every phone buzz made his heart stop. He didn't dare check, yet checked obsessively. Whatever happened next was out of his hands. He had made his move. Now, the only thing he could do was hope. 3 months of silence. Then, one Sunday evening, his phone lit up with a name that made his heart seize.
Reina.
Sota. I received a directorship offer from Vega Corp. Did you do this?
I just made sure they knew the truth about your work. The truth you deserve to have told.
I should be furious, but I am not. You stubborn fool. Come work with me. You'll be my first hire.
Her first hire. After everything, she's still pulling me forward.
In her voice, he heard the smile he had missed for years. The wall between them had finally crumbled.
If you'll have me, I'll be there. Whatever you need.
He ended the call and sat in the dark, the phone still warm. For the first time in 2 years, the guilt felt lighter. She had taken the fall. Now, she was offering him a hand back up, and he would not let it slip. The next morning, Sota's resignation letter landed on his manager's desk. No drama, just a clean, quiet exit. 2 weeks later, he stepped into the gleaming Vega Corp lobby, a new ID badge warm in his palm. He paused at her office door, the nameplate polished and new. Director Reina Tachibana. Inside, Reina was already at her desk, sleeves rolled up, a familiar sharp glint in her eyes.
Director Tachibana. It suits you.
Drop the formality, Sota. After everything, it's still just me.
She extended her hand. He shook it. Then they both laughed, a sound that had been missing for 2 years.
I never thought I'd be your boss again.
I never thought I'd be this lucky to have you as one.
The past was a scar they would both carry, but the future was finally a place they could build together. The office emptied as dusk settled, the hum of computers fading. Only 2 desks still glowed. Reina appeared at his cubicle, 2 steaming cups in hand, her blazer draped over one arm.
You are still here. Can't get enough of the new job?
Just finishing up. Old habits die hard.
The silence between them was different now, comfortable, not charged with unspoken debt.
Sota, I never properly thanked you for the portfolio. For 2 years of fighting for my name in the dark.
You don't have to thank me. It was the only repayment I could give.
You never had to carry it alone, but you did. For me.
You carried it first. I just followed your lead, as always.
No more words were needed. The city lights blinked on outside, and they left together, the past finally at rest in the empty office behind them. In the months that followed, the Vega office became a place of quiet rhythm. Shared deadlines, whispered strategies, and the clink of coffee cups. A high-stakes client meeting, and Reina's presentation brought a room to silence. Sota stood at the back, a proud smile he didn't bother hiding.
You didn't have to stay for the whole thing.
I wanted to see the look on their faces. You were unstoppable.
Late nights were no longer lonely. They'd argue over data points, then walk to the station together, the city blurring past the train windows.
Remember, when you used to send me home so I wouldn't overwork?
Now I just assign you more work. Growth.
The secret never left the space between them, but it had become a foundation rather than a fault line. 2 nameplates, 2 careers, 1 unspoken promise. In that office, the debt was paid, not with money, but with years, and every morning when the office filled with light, they never once took it for granted. Sota looked up from his screen. Reina stood by the window, her back to him, sunlight haloing her dark hair. She was still, no trace of the old guardedness. A quiet contentment radiated from her. He thought of the bakery, the cold revelation, the years of secret work, all of it distilled into this moment. Some debts are never meant to be repaid. They're meant to be honored. She turned, catching his gaze. A slow, knowing smile, the one he'd missed for years. He returned it, and the last weight he'd been carrying quietly dissolved. He rose from his chair and walked across the quiet office to stand beside her. Outside the window, the city was waking to evening, lights beginning to glitter like scattered stars. They didn't speak. The silence was a language they had learned over years. Then, slowly, the scene dissolved into quiet darkness, leaving only the afterglow.